Yeah, we're excited to host postseason matches in front of the 12th man is the number one thing I think that's going through my mind right now. And it's a earned honor that we have based on the performance that we had throughout the season that we get to play at home. So really looking forward to playing against a good Campbell team tomorrow night, and really looking forward. It's been a while since we've been in front of the 12th man to feeling this atmosphere again.
All right, player questions. What have you guys learned about Campbell in these last few days, and just kind of the team that y'all be expecting to face tomorrow night?
Yeah, they're a good volleyball team, and they earned every right to be here. So I think it's just not taking any chances with any team, not looking too far ahead. So taking every opponent for what they're worth, and just preparing exactly how we would with any other team.
Y'all's blocking has been strong at times. How big of a role is that going to play tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we are a strong blocking team, and so. Just like I said, going up and doing the exact same things that we have in previous, and preparing the exact same way.
What does it kind of mean to this region kind of has a little bit of a Texas flair? This where y'all are hosting. What does it mean to be able to kind of represent the state and show what some of these teams in the state, the kind of volleyball they have?
Yeah, I think it's, again, really nice to host, a blessing to play in front of the 12th man, and just all these Texas teams. I think that volleyball's a really big sport in Texas, so just being able to host here, have a lot of other Texas teams here, like you said, and just bring eyes to just watch us play.
And, Isabella from Stephen F. Austin mentioned y'all played against each other. And
we did.
What do you remember about those rivalry games in high school?
Yeah, really, knocking heads as rivals do in high school. But yeah, just looking forward to seeing her again, and just, eventually maybe playing her.
Looks like Campbell's middle blocker's from Campbell. Did you play against her at all?
What's her name?
Clint? Allie Clint? So she's from Campbell.
Oh,
Senior?
I don't
Middle
recognize her, honestly. Sorry.
That's okay. I know Flower Mountain Campbell.
Yeah, they're pretty close though.
Yeah.
They're close.
How much are y'all looking forward to get to show off the Reed Arena environment a little bit to all these other teams coming for the tournament?
Yeah, looking forward to it, obviously. Again, to the 12th man, they've been filling the arena all season, so just getting the opportunity to host here, getting as many people here as possible to just watch us play, but also watch some good volleyball in the tournament.
What was the reaction that y'all had when y'all found out A&M was hosting for the first time since 2019? Just like what he said, like everybody here, what was the feeling like?
Yeah, it's just a testament to all the hard work we put in. I think we knew that was a big goal for us going into the season. Obviously wanting to go far in the tournament, but ultimately hosting the first two rounds. And so just the reaction, hard work getting paid off, and getting to play in front of the 12th man is a very special thing. And like she said, getting to share volleyball with them as a whole, and hopefully getting to watch some other good matches too.
Y'all are two of 9 seniors on this group. Just, has there been conversations with the senior class, like, hey, this is the final go around, let's go do this thing?
Yeah, I would say it's more conversations. I think it's more of like an unspoken thing that we kind of all know and understand. Like, even when the first ball went up at the beginning of preseason, we were like, okay, this is the first of the last. So just, playing with each other all season, being in the gym, being in the weight room, we kind of already realized, one, what's at stake, and two, what we can do with this specific team.
Kind of to that point, you two are going to go down as two of the most illustrious players in the program's history. Just, I know you're hoping that this is a long run here, but as you start the end, and you play your last games here at Reed Arena, just how do you hope people remember you guys, and just kind of the impact that you two have had on the program in your time?
Yeah, it's bittersweet, right? It's amazing the things that we've accomplished here, but also it's closing a chapter. And so, like you said, hopefully going out with a bang and just taking this team super far in the tournament, but also just soaking up every moment here together with this group. We've poured so much into this, especially us who have been here all 4 years, and just seeing how much this program has grown. It's been really special to be a part of that. And I think we both knew that coming in, we wanted to be a part of something more than just another good volleyball team, but building A&M volleyball into something that it could be and can be in the future.
Yeah, and just building on that, just being here from the beginning, and just seeing the number of people that have come in and out of this program, and just seeing who's all been buying into what we say that we want to do has been really rewarding, as you can see. So.
And how do y'all think that conference tournament in Savannah, not as far as the run as y'all are hoping for, how do you think y'all prepared y'all for the NCAA tournament?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you got it.
Yeah, just a tournament before another pretty big tournament. Jamie said that we could kind of use it as This is a kind of challenge that we can get between tournament play and playing an NCAA tournament. So just kind of preparing like what's coming, playing teams back-to-back days, and just focusing again on what we want to accomplish.
Yeah, not everyone gets that like tournament experience before the actual tournament. So I think it was, like you said, a great environment to be pushed back-to-back days, and it's good for any team to get pushed. I mean, yes, the loss to Texas was unfortunate, but we learned a lot from it and are going into this tournament in a really good spot.
I know your family has long ties with the Aggies. Did you come in last time that they hosted and watching the games as a kid?
I did not.
Okay.
No, I did not. I wish I did.
What does it mean to be a part of now of a team that brings that back to?
Yeah, it's such a full circle moment. I mean, I did grow up coming to all these games, taking pictures with Hall and Hands and Shelby Sullivan and stuff like that. And so getting to be a part of a team that's now back hosting again is so special and just means a lot to my family, because this school just means the world to me and to my family. So super, super cool experience.
What does it say just about the administration that student tickets are going to be free for students?
That's huge. I mean, just allowing these students to show up for the opportunity to come watch some volleyball just for free is awesome, and just allowing them to come enjoy the sport just like we do.
Awesome. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
See you in a little bit, guys.
So is that like a 50-50 deal?
Thank you.
I don't know what the breakdown's going to be. At first, I was going to go 100, but they didn't want that. And then I was going to try to fundraise some, but they didn't want that. So, but the administration's really stepped up too, and they brought it up to me, and I thought it was. I think that needs to change within the NCAA, that the same amount shouldn't be charged to students as it is to the general public. So, I'm happy to give back. They've given us so much this year that I'm happy to give them something back.
Any message to the students? Message.
Show up, be loud. And I think the other message is the NCAA kind of puts some limits on things like ticketing. So I don't know if we're allowed to play Monster Block, for example. So it might not be initiated, but just be loud in their own way. And we'll try to organize with the L leaders in ways that we can, but it might have to be organic through our crowd. So be the same, I don't know. And this isn't just the student section, but be the same 12th man that we've had all year. And it's impacted matches with, I don't know, me challenging because the student section is pointing in. It's impacted matches with missed serves and them coaxing that out of our opponent. So be themselves, just like I'm going to tell our team.
Yeah. What do you want to see from your team in the first 5 to 10 points of the match?
Just a level of aggressiveness. And I think the thing that I was really encouraged by, and you guys asked the question about the SEC championship and how it prepared us, is I think we enjoyed the competitive moment in both of those matches. I thought Vanderbilt really pushed us in the first match, and obviously Texas pushed us in the second match. But we were really enjoying sitting in that. And that's the number one thing in the tournament is, can you enjoy the competitiveness that comes with this? And that's probably the biggest thing.
I know you're hoping this is going to be like a 3-week deal here, but just as you guys are finishing out these last 2 games at home, just was curious if you could just put into words what Logan in particular has meant to your program during this rise.
Yeah, it's all of them. Yeah. And it's not just the players that were here from day one when I got here. There's a combination of some people that decided to stay and buy into what it was that we were asking. And that wasn't easy. That was a shift in culture. It was a shift in the way we work. And that was a shock to the system for a lot of people. And the people that are here are the ones that say, hey, no, this is what I want. I want to go, win championships. And there's a price that has to be paid to go do those things. And this group has done that. I couldn't ask for more. So if it's at Logan Afena, that entire group that was here, and then all of the seniors that came and bought into the vision of what this could be. And there's a lot of buy-in on both ends of deciding to come here or deciding to stay that I really appreciate.
3 years in, what do you feel like you've brought to college volleyball?
That's a big question, man. I'm just going to share this story because it meant a lot. I think it was our last match at home against Georgia. I was grabbing our lineup sheet from the referee, and I walked past him, and I think I was saying hi. It might have been Georgia, Tom Black, and then I was walking back, and the referee stopped me. And he's like, hey, I know you're really busy. I know you have a lot going on with your program, but I just want to thank you for what you give back to this sport. And I don't know, I'm on the rules committee right now, and I think if I were to be to the sport of volleyball, I'm trying to push the limits, and I think that's uncomfortable for some at times, and I push the limits to the point where I want to grow this game, and I'm really passionate about just the game itself, not just Texas A&M volleyball. So I think it's where the game's going, and that's serving for a higher purpose on different committees. I've been asked to do something within the SEC now. That's pushing our administration at times. I think, again, I probably made them uncomfortable when I first got here, but I think the atmosphere that you see on the floor is a product of pushing. So I think it's that side of me that when I'm committed to something and when I'm very passionate about something, I'm going to make it happen. And I think that's happened here at A&M, but it's happening in the general volleyball space as well.
Do you think that comes at all from your history and kind of not doing the traditional going through college route and coming into college after doing the international?
I think for sure. I think it's a combination. I've had a really interesting upbringing, for lack of a better term, in coaching. I was really young when I joined the national team, so I was the 24-year-old that thought he knew everything, that knew nothing. Looking back, and I was put around Hugh McCutcheon, who to this day is one of my mentors in life. And I was just listening to a podcast on modern day masculinity, but it was just talking about male impact figures in your life. But I think as a human being, impacted me in a lot of ways to make me the man that I am today. So I think there's this volleyball piece, there's this who I am and how I carry myself piece, and then there's the game itself of trying to coach that. And then I think taking the 3 years off and working at League One volleyball and being on the business side of how are these levers that you can make, I don't know, this thing profitable, but like also the user experience of like how do people come in and really enjoy themselves, whether it be they walk in upstairs and what that looks like and getting a ticket and coming in and watching the game itself and how they experience it. It could be how it shows up on TV, but all of these things are kind of different filters that my brain goes through now of really kind of grow the whole thing, not just how we play, not just the championships, but the entire program as a holistic like living being almost. So I think it's just a product of all of those experiences that I've been through that made me into who I am and the coach that I am, and I don't know, the CEO, if you'll call it that, of this volleyball program.
You've touched on in the past of kind of bringing that environment to a Reed Arena. You've seen kind of elsewhere and on an international level with volleyball. What does it mean now that you've built that environment to be able to show it off to other programs coming here for the tournament with a lot of national eyes on this player?
Yeah, it's interesting because one of the things I started talking again, I usually get very forward focused on things, but like about a month ago, I just started thinking about the fact that like there's some things that we do that initiate this environment. Again, going back to Monster Block, I don't know if they're going to allow us to only play it for us. I don't know if to play for both teams. I actually don't know what the verdict on this was. So there's actually some things where like this might, and I'm going to talk to the NCAA about this, going back to me being annoying and pushing for things that I'm passionate about, but like let us entertain the crowd. Like let this be the most entertaining atmosphere that it possibly can, and that's going to show up better on TV. And if it shows up better on TV, more people are going to tune in. If more people tune in, our sport's going to become more popular. There's going to be more money, and all of this stuff is a cyclical thing. And I said this in the very beginning, and like this is another thing that pushed buttons of like I don't care if we play stuff that gets the other side fired up. Like I just want the atmosphere itself to be exciting, that people come in and they have some sort of an experience. That's what the lighting's for, the sound, and everything that comes in. Of all of this stuff adds up into, again, I think this is one of the most beautiful sports in the world, where there's this 25-point crescendo every 20 minutes, where it's like it gets into this big pivotal moment, and then if you can hold momentum, it just keeps going throughout the match. And I think that's really what we've done while we've been here. So for me, I don't know exactly what's going to be allowed in here, but for me, I think the thing I'm most excited about is I think we've gotten the 12th man addicted to the sport of volleyball. And just like any other sport, I can tell you right now, like playoff hockey, regular season hockey going in person, I'm like, it's okay. Playoff hockey is one of the most fun environments because the intensity, the level of hits, everything that happens is just at a whole other level. And I think we get to bring that to the 12th man right now, that they've fallen in love with the sport, and you get to see postseason volleyball right now where there's something bigger on the line, where the intensity is a little bit higher.
Seems like your players and even yourself, you'll pretty quick to redirect individual praise and accolades back to your team's praise. Just what do you think it maybe says about your team and how that might contribute to your success?
All of it. And I think you look at our team, and everyone keeps talking about we're on the side with Nebraska. And like I've said, it takes a balanced team to go beat Nebraska. And I think we're the most balanced team with Nebraska in the country. So I think it's not just lip service to it. We really have a lot of good volleyball players on the court when you see them here, and also when we're about to go step into practice, that are lifting the level of what we do every single day. So I don't think it's a little bit of training of, hey, we're going to bring things things back to the team, but it's also it's one of our core tenets that we're going to have strength and balance. That it's not going to be a one-person show, that's not the way that you can win championships. It has to be something balanced across to keep people guessing. Because at the end of the day, when you're getting into this tournament, you're going to play 6 matches, and if that one person has a bad day, then you're going to be in trouble.
Coach, how important is it for, obviously there's a ton of strength in numbers in the seniors, but you've got a really talented freshman class that have come in. How important is it for them to be able to experience it? Maybe not necessarily on the court at all times, but just witness what it's like to play in the NCAA.
It's huge. I didn't come to this program to be number 6 in the country one time. I came to do it every single year. And I think with that, your youth needs to get the experience and also get that modeling of what it looks like to come into an NCAA tournament and how you act and how you compete and what it feels like and the pressures. So if you could microdose that in small ways, whether it be a serving sub or a blocking sub or something along those lines where I feel that tension a little bit, they're going to be more comfortable when they get it in the future. And again, our goal is to continue to push and host every single year so that this is a regular occurrence and hopefully 4 matches as we're coming down the stretch here. But it's huge to get those people that experience and also have them see how the seniors and the people that have been here before treat simple things like practice today. The fact that there's a timer and as soon as we step on, it adds a little bit of angst. We got to get used to that.
And you touched on this a little bit earlier, but how do you think that conference tournament really prepared y'all kind of with the benefit of what we
I think huge. Going back to the microdosing of uncomfortableness, like you're in that situation. It was interesting because like we've never had that experience of like, and there's a difference between I'm playing on Friday and Sunday, and I'm playing on Sunday no matter what, and I'm playing on Friday, and if I win, I play on Saturday. And because we, lost in that sum-off, it was almost like there's this sense of like finality, like there was a death in the family, but it was like, oh no, we still have life. Like we get to play in a week and a half. So I think there was this, like Logan said, we're going to learn from this and we're going to get better. But I think there was this uncomfortableness of like, okay, we lost and we don't get to play on Tuesday. And we were unhappy. And like I walked into the locker room and my message was like, be frustrated. I'm going to be frustrated with you, but I'm not frustrated at you. We learn from it and we get better as we go forward. But now it's time to put those lessons into action and go out and win some volleyball matches.
You've mentioned how much you've done to get the student body engaged, but are you ever surprised at how much they've taken to you?
Yeah.
And is there any instance when you look up and you see your fat head up there? Or something?
Yeah, no, they're pointing things back to the team. Like I hate being the center of attention. So like whenever they're just chanting my name, I'm like, hey, there's other people down here too. But I think some of that's just I tend to be a little bit more authentic and real. And when I show up to a basketball game and sit in the student section, it's because I enjoy sitting in the student section and I enjoy getting rowdy at a basketball game. So I think that has resonated with the student body, and I think the 12th man in general. And when I came to the school and I interviewed for this job, I said this out loud. I was like, I fit this school. Like you can see me on the sideline. I'm not quiet and passive and hang out and polite the entire time. I get rowdy, I get fiery, I get after the referees, and I think that really kind of lives and breathes with this university and the 12th man in our student section. So I think it's cool. I think it's awesome. I appreciate them. I think it's the other one too. Like, it's not lip service. Like I really think they're affecting our games in a positive way. I think we moved the student section over there because I wanted them to show up on TV because I think it's a selling point for this university, even from a recruiting standpoint. But I'm fired up. And again, it seems fun up there to the point where I'd love to go sit at a volleyball match now. So maybe that'll happen one day. I'll take a break for a set and head up and cheer with the student section.